income, inheritance, puff. Really? Computer manufacturers, home cleaning and lawn care services, even bottled water. Now Shower wants to expand taxes on business, but is murky on details. Politician Mark Shower taxed Michigan to its knees. His tax and spend ways won't get us back on our feet.
Ron Weiser is the wiser choice for U of N region. Ron Weiser is a Michigan man who has served Michigan for over 25 years. Ron Weiser served America as our ambassador to Slovakia just after 9/11. Ron Weiser will put Michigan students first. Ron Weiser will fight for affordable tuition, responsible budgets, and excellence in the classroom and on the football field. Ron Weiser for U of N region. He's the wiser choice for Michigan.
Welcome back to Hannity. My next guest says, much to the dismay of Democrats, the fast approaching midterm elections are actually a referendum on the president and his record. He also believes the stage is set for a major GOP victory on Tuesday, but he adds that if the party cannot take back the Senate in 4 short days, it may be time for the leaders to look for another line of work. And in a very desperate attempt to win some votes on Tuesday, Democrats are resorting to their old tricks, the race card. Listen to this.
Everything we believe in, they hate. They don't disagree, they hate. They think that if you didn't come from Europe 30 years ago, we shouldn't have immigration. Some of them believe that slavery isn't over and that they want to war. They refuse to help to have a wage where people can live.
Joining us now to explain is the author of #1 bestseller in over 1 million things that matter. Our good friend, Dr. Charles with us. Charles, good to see you, sir.
Pleasure to be here, Sean.
All right, every election year, we see the Democratic Party. They will divide the country, rich versus poor, old versus young, black versus white.
I am Microsoft Sam.
Happens every year, but
I am Microsoft Sam.
Landrew in Louisiana, Charlie Rangel. There seems to be more desperation in this campaign than I've seen in recent campaigns. Your reaction?
Well, the desperation and the ad hominems come into play when you don't have any arguments. The 2010 election, the shellacking...
You might know me from a great distance.
It was about liberal overreach, the stimulus, Obamacare, over-taxation, over-regulation. And we know what the result was. That set off this counter-reaction called the Tea Party. And what we're seeing now, 6 years later, is an election that's not only about ideology. It is a rejection of hyper-liberalism. But now there's an overlay of sheer incompetence. Because in the second year of this administration, 2010, all of this stuff was aspirational. It was in the future. Well, now we've seen 6 years of Obamaism. And actually,
the first time I make these videos there was no sound.
It's the fact that they are just incompetent. Remember in 1988, Michael Dukakis said, this election isn't about ideology, it's about competence. Well, that's because if you're a liberal, you don't want it to be about ideology.
The first time I made these videos there was no sound.
And now we see this string of incompetence. Everything from Obamacare to the VA scandal, to the Secret Service Keystone Cops routine, where they leave the front door
Anyways.
open. And now it's kind of crystallized in Ebola, with the over-promising, the running around, the contradictions, and now to get the equivalent of the Ebola czar. It's anybody
Let's read computer English.
saying that he's now in self-quarantine. Everything that they have had, they only want. And so, I mean, it's not just that they are the party in government. These guys, ideologically, are the party of government. It's not just that their values are wrong, their ambitions for government are wrong. They can't run the damn thing. And that's why there's this huge resentment against the Democratic Party.
Let's read fucking computer English.
Okay, but the reason I would argue that they always try and scare old people and they play the race card, because I think historically a strong case could be made, Charles, that these tactics, as despicable as they are, work. And so that's problematic. How should the Republicans, in your view, respond or not respond in some cases?
I think that when you're accused of being a racist, you don't even dignify the accusation with a
Yeah, mind rape meditation.
I have to prove I'm not a racist. I oppose the president because of his policies. I have since the beginning of his administration. If someone wants to apply it on account of his race, I will not give them
WTF.
That's not America. And I don't, it might work on the fringes. I do believe when you scare old people on policy and you say they want to remove your Social Security and Medicare, well, that's one kind of argument. I don't think it's actually true. But that's not quite an ad hominem. That's policy, and it's stretching the truth. But when you accuse someone of racism or sexism, when you do a Mary Landrieu that she did yesterday, I think you simply say that's beneath contempt. You cannot speak about the issues. Well, let me explain to the people why the issues at stake here are...
I wish my voice was unlimited.
And it has nothing to do with race and nothing to do with gender.
All right, Charles Sprouthammer, as always, appreciate your insightful...
I wish my voice was unlimited.
What are you predicting in terms of Senate seats? What do you think the outcome will be?
I wish my voice was unlimited.
Maybe by December or January. What is the makeup of the Senate?
I'm not going out on a limb by saying I'd say there's at least a 70% chance the Senate goes Republican, and I would say 51 or 52 votes. If we get, look at New Hampshire.
I will look if it does.
Some way, Gene Shaheen loses that seat to Scott Brown, and then we're getting away.
I'm in the 51, 2 or 3.
I will look if it does. I will love my life.
I'm about 75%. Charles, good to see you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
And don't forget our quick programming note. Tuesday is Election Day. Tune in to Fox News Channel's election coverage. Charles Krauthammer, by the way, will be here with his analysis. Starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. And coming up tonight, right here on Hannity.
The biggest threat to the future of our children and grandchildren
Scarlet.
is the poison of identity politics.
Scarlet.
Clinton bashes the left's obsession with gender and identity politics, calling it the greatest threat
Scarlet.
tonight.
The same year she gave her own staff 25% pay increases. That is the worst kind of politics, and we are going to escort her out the door.
All right, pretty unbelievable.
Sam.
When we get back, Governor Nikki Haley's Democratic opponent speaks to a brand new low. Lanny Davis, he's here to respond to that and much more as we continue.
Are your joints ready for action?
Okay.
Joint Shield nurtures and helps defend your joints, so you can be...
Who are you?
What did you guys do today?
Osteobiflex, ready for action.
You know that injured smooth. Unlike natural teeth, try new Fix-It and Floss True Feel. The smooth formula helps keep dentures in place. It's free of flavors and colorants for a closer feeling to natural teeth. Fix-It and forget it.
The sexy female whisper.
Okay.
The dedicated people of United Airlines are there to
What the fuck?
That's got your back, friend.
So I'm the one living with type 2 diabetes. And I've listened to the tips, the trends, and have you tried this? Now, I'm ready for someone to listen to.
Why are you whispering in my ear?
Your free custom fit diabetes support program that actually listens to you. Start building your Fit to Me program today using key areas of diabetes management. Let's start with food. Mexican, Asian.
Italian.
Want recipes that reduce calories or carbs?
I just told you.
Which activity feels more like you? Cardio or couch girls? Choose a digital coach. Tough love or gentle nudge. You can even get a toolkit with treatment options to discuss with your doctor. Fit to Me also inspires you through games and team challenges.
So
Okay.
what's the plan that I stick with? My plan.
Get your plan. Go to fittome.com and enter code FIT to get started.
Welcome back to Hannity. Now, for years, right here on this program, I have been speaking out against the dirty, race-baiting tactics, the made-up war on women that those on the left use election and drive some
Do you want to hear what my rafflecopter goes?
election. One top Democrat is actually agreeing with me. Watch this.
I believe that in ways large and small, peaceful and sometimes violent, that the biggest threat to the future of our children and grandchildren is the poison of identity politics that preaches that our differences are far more important than our common humanity.
All right, joining me now to respond to President Clinton's comments is his former special counsel. He loves the Clintons, Lenny Davis. In fact, when Hillary was going against Barack Obama,
Okay.
Clinton said they used the race card and they planned
Okay.
it from the very beginning. Remember that? So now we see the race card being played in Georgia, North Carolina. We heard Mary Landrieu's comments. I can trace the history in modern Democratic politics. It goes back for decades now. And I think it's
But you would like to not hear this again.
Well, first of all, I love Bill Clinton for what he stands for, which, despite all the divisions we remember when he was president, he got some pretty hard shots thrown at him. He's always been somebody who sees common principles and doesn't go for ad hominem, what Charles was talking about, personal attack. That's why identity politics is a mechanism. I agree with him completely. I think both parties do it. I think we're all paying a penalty, and the American people are disgusted that both parties happening on behalf of Kay Hagan in North Carolina, Michelle Nunn in Georgia. Those are three examples where the Democratic Party is using the race card this year. And I could play all the tapes and show you all the flyers. Give me one example this week of releasing Republicans doing it. I really haven't followed the Republicans very much. I must say that I get more bothered when it comes to Democrats because they're. I certainly remember. Well, there is no example. In years past, I remember the Willie Horton ad. I think Republicans have a history. Lee Atwater apologized for it. So I just think that Michelle Nunn made a mistake in allowing this.
Okay.
She's a very good person. Mary Landrieu is an outstanding person. I don't think she defended the race.
Now get the fuck out of my face.
I don't think they meant it that way, Sean. I give them the benefit of that. She said I'll give them the benefit of that, but Mary Landrieu had all the people in her state racist and sexist yesterday in her interview with Chuck Todd. I haven't seen the interview, read about it. I know her for years. She's a really good person. If she said that, that's not the Mary Landrieu.
Okay.
But I'd like to see the full context. I'd like to see the full context. She's very straightforward. I'd rather tell you what I talked about.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay. That's what she said.
That is a major significant issue. Those are the tactics they've got to use to win. Let me use, for example, Mitt Romney had binders of women's resumes, people that he would like to have hired if he became president.
Okay.
It became such a big deal in the 2012 election. Listen to what the Democratic candidate, Shaheen, is saying about Nikki Haley, and more importantly,
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
assuming this spoke. Watch the reaction both of the crowd and his reaction. Watch this.
She vetoed our public school teachers' pay raises the same year she gave her own staff 25% pay increases. That is the worst kind of politics, and we're going to escort her out the door. We're going to escort her out.
I will kill you with my Rifle 47.
A really creepy laugh.
Goodbye, Mike.
Out the door, doesn't apologize, laughs about it, the crowd laughs about it. If a Republican did that, Lanny, you and I both know it would be Katie bar the door. Goodbye. That candidate's finished by the media. I'm sure you don't accept that, do you? No, I think it's disgusting, and I wish that person wasn't a Democrat. seen same kind of horrible stuff from Republicans over the years, and if we had anything, what Bill Clinton was trying to tell the American
Goodbye,
people,
Mike.
we be liberals and conservatives and debate the issues. I am a friend of Hillary Clinton's because that's the kind of person she is. And if she runs
Okay.
if she runs against Jeb Bush, I hope it isn't Jeb Bush because he'll be the toughest one of all.
Ow, 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 ow.
In that kind of nonsense, in that disgusting, divisive politics, they'll debate the issues the American people will be able to benefit from that. You're a very good friend of the Clintons.
Okay.
It was such a big issue in 2012, the so-called manufactured
Okay.
war on women because Mitt Romney had women's resumes in a binder. Who do you think has a worse resume than women? Would it be Bill Clinton?
Okay.
Okay. I think Mitt Romney's a pretty good guy, and I think his positions on issues on choice would be viewed as something I strongly disagree with. I wouldn't attribute Bill Clinton war on women. So where I differ with my fellow Democrats is I say I disagree with you on the issue. Then I don't apply a label to war on women. Never liked that, still don't. But I strongly disagree with the Republican Party's position in its platform on opposing about Bill and getting the bill to treat women and Bill Clinton personally.
Sam, you got to help me. The doctor said my bones are melting to help me now.
You always love to dwell on that, but I think he apologized to the country plenty of times to even
Okay.
satisfy you, Sean, and you want to dwell on that. I think what he said about identity theft is really a big topic for the Democrats.
Okay.
But you haven't gone past 1998. I know that's been out your weight loss spiking, but now you're talking good weight loss.
Sam, you got to help me. The doctor said my bones are melting to help me now. Okay. Mary. I told you not to bother me. Fuck you, Mary. Anyways, let's do some more. Oh my god, it's stalking. She always rapes me with her vagina. And I hated it. Soon when the creator of this video is 15 he will make the revenge video.
Okay. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. I am back, Sam.
Okay. Fuck you, stocking. The next video will be coming when the creator is 10 years old. That's when he is making the revenge video. Bye.